guys? Charlie and Dalen here from MAPerformance, and today we're talking to you about the 10th gen Honda Civic intercooler and piping kit that we've been working on for some time. I'm gonna go ahead and let Dalen tell you guys about all the specifics with this product that you guys would want to know before you get it for your Civic.
All right guys, so as Charlie said, this is something we have talked about many times before. I've stood in front of this camera numerous times telling you guys it's coming soon. We had a lot of updates, changes, things that we found that we wanted to be perfect. What we have come together with is this kit in front of us. We have multiple options, so we're gonna have just the intercooler, which will bolt in directly to the factory car. It's going to fit 100% like stock. You're gonna use the stock hardware, you're gonna use stock mounting points, and we have options to go to factory piping. That's gonna be the first way to purchase it. Second, we're gonna have our intercooler piping kits. So we have multiple kit options, all of which are gonna be used with 3 or 4 mandrel bent stainless, and they're gonna be larger than the factory components. So first step, they're larger, you're gonna be able to flow more, support more power. Next step, with them being the stainless, they're gonna be much stronger, and they're gonna hold shape much better than the factory plastic components do. For those of you that maybe are new to a platform with those plastic components, over time they like to get brittle, crack, fall apart, just not ideal on a boosted application. These are going to last the life of your car just like all of our stainless components do. We have a lot of pipes on the table here that can be kind of confusing if you don't exactly understand the options that we have. So as I said, intercooler will bolt in like factory. On the hot side, everything will go up to the factory turbocharger and it bolts up with the factory 2-bolt flange, which we have on one of these pipes here. On the cold side, we have options for our intercooler, which does not use a 3-bolt. We opened it up to a 2.25 actual pipe. We just found that allowed a lot more flow out of the intercooler, and we have a piping kit that will match that to your factory intercooler piping, or we have the option to go from that to our 2.5-inch piping that will go right to the throttle body. That just once again opens up options for people that want to retain some factory components, or if it's a budgetary constraint, you can do this in phases. A lot of you probably want to know why you want intercooler. The main issue with the factory intercooler is the size and how quickly it heat soaks. Once that heat soak actually kind of penetrates the intercooler, it is effectively useless. It's no longer cooling the air that comes through it. By utilizing our larger core, and it's a much more efficient core designed with performance in mind rather than the OEM very stringent situations that they designed that for. We have used this exact same intercooler core setup with everything as you see it here on our drag car, and that car has seen north of 500 horsepower for many, many quarter-mile passes, many, many dyno runs. We have put it through its paces, and we're very confident it's going to fit everyone that we've talked to's needs right now.
And I know that you had mentioned that we're going to offer this as multiple different kit options. What's the reasoning for all of that?
So there's kind of a couple different reasons. I mean, the number one factor is going to be the intercooler itself. So on most vehicles, most of these 1.5T vehicles, we're seeing people put stage 1, stage 2 tunes on them. Nearly anything over factory boost levels, we're going to see heat soak with these factory intercoolers. They're just so small, they're not designed for any more power. This is an economy car from Honda, not designed for performance. So it just very quickly becomes a point of improvement for these vehicles. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to offer people the entry-level ability to at least do just the intercooler, because that's where you're going to see the biggest benefit from. The charge piping kit is something I would also recommend. You're just going to take much more of the guesswork out of kind of when you're going to have failure points on the car. So the charge piping kit is going to be beneficial for people that are upping the boost levels with these stage 1, stage 2 tunes, along with people that, as this car gets older and older, have issues with the factory piping. Our upper intercooler pipe on the cold side does also have a 1/8-inch NPT bung for methanol injection. We put that behind the MAP sensor, that way it's not going to erode or cause any weird readings on that. And kind of touching on heat soak, what is heat soak? Heat soak is when the actual intercooler itself has absorbed all the heat that it can absorb. It can no longer take the heat out of the air and remove it, which is the entire point of this kind of setup. It is supposed to take the heat out of the air and dissipate it through the core, and then cools the air down as it flows through. We have a better design core for the performance mindset, along with the fact that it's just much larger than the factory one. It's going to absorb much more heat over a longer period of time, and is going to be much more resistant to heat soak than the factory one. Yeah, I mean, it's our billet end tank intercooler. As with everything we have here, all of our components are made right here in the USA by our fabricators right here in Minnesota, and it's backed by its lifetime warranty, and we stand behind our products. And lastly, the one thing that I forgot to mention is that this will fit all of the 1.5T platform cars. So this will fit both the base model, EX, LX, all the other models I'm not thinking of right now, along with also the SI. So this is gonna drop into all of the 1.5T cars.
Yep. And as always, guys, this product is backed by our MAPerformance lifetime warranty. So that'll protect you against any kind of issues that you'd have with this down the road. We like to stand behind our products with the utmost confidence. That about wraps it up on this video. If you guys are interested in getting one of these intercoolers for your Civic, definitely go ahead and check out the link in the description below. We'll have it all for you there. Again, these are gonna be available as 2 separate products with different ways you could purchase it for the utmost convenience ultimately.
Yep.
So it'll be available however you need it for your build specifically. Again, whether it's budgetary constraints or just personal preference. As always, if you like this type of content from us, leave us a like, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And until then, we'll see you in the next one. See ya.